Hey, what's up? I'm back after a very long hiatus. Last year I took off some time because I was feeling really overwhelmed, to be honest. It's a lot of work, like making these videos and keeping up with it twice a week, so I took a little break, much needed. And I'm sort of back, I think. I'm staying as healthy as I possibly can, you know, with the coronavirus. Anyway, I wanted to make this video because I have been in the house and watching a ton of movies, and one movie in particular sort of like hit me and stuck out to me in a very particular way. It is Native Son, starring Ashton Sanders. So this movie came out last year and I'm just now getting around to watching it. And it just kind of made me reflect on being a black man and what I thought that had to mean. And you know, the main character, Bigger, in the film, I wouldn't say that he necessarily struggles with that, but you definitely see some of those themes of people challenging his blackness and, well, what is blackness? What does it mean to be a black man? And if you're a black person, if you're a black man specifically, surely your views are like this politically. Surely the way you maneuver through the world is like this. Surely you're outraged. Surely you listen to this kind of music. And it made me just reflect on myself as a younger kid and made me want to give my younger self some advice. And I don't know if this is going to help anybody out there, but who knows, maybe it will. If I could give my younger black male self some advice, it would just be, you know, not to rally so hard against these stereotypes of what it is to be a black man. Especially when I was growing up in the 90s, you know, it was a very particular image of what it was to be a black man. And because I didn't fit that, and because I was very feminine growing up, I really rallied really hard against that, and in the process would often demonize it and look down upon it. And I was very doped up on respectability politics and this idea that, you know, black people have to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, and if we don't want police to police us, then we shouldn't sag our pants and we shouldn't dress like this. And, you know, obviously that's bullshit, and obviously that's not the way racism works. I felt like I would be the one, I would be the exception to the rule. And I based my entire identity around that. And so if I could give myself some advice in retrospect, it would just be, just allow yourself to exist. You exist, you are a being, you exist in a body that is black, you exist in a body that people will prescribe all of these labels to and these ideas onto. And there's very little you can do about that. And that's not your responsibility. You know, your responsibility is to figure out what makes you happy and not harm anybody, not harm yourself, and find the joy in life. And that's really it, you know? Another thing would be just to remind myself that because you exist, because you are black, whatever you like is black enough. So, like I said, returning to this idea of like, oh, I had to prove my blackness, or that prove this thing, or live up to this idea or stereotype of what it meant to be a black man. But you are a black man. So whatever you like is black as well, is black manhood as well. And even though the world around you tells you that you're feminine, the world around you tells you that that is bad in a man and bad in a boy, it's not. Your expression is your expression, and whatever people assign to it, that is on other people, that is not on you. And just to be really, really self-assured and like what you like and explore, and don't allow yourself to be so limited by what other people tell you is right and wrong, is good and bad. And don't demonize the stereotypical idea of what it is to be a black person or a black man. You know, I spent a lot of years in high school and college looking down upon the stereotype and all of that stuff, and it's really anti-black, and it's really, really, really harmful. And really examine who told you that being this kind of way was a bad thing. Really examine why whiteness is not critiqued in the same way, and even in the rare instances that whiteness is critiqued, it is certainly not criminalized. And, you know, open your eyes and just pay attention, you know? Yeah, and another one would just be like, you're good. You're good. You're gonna find your tribe. And even in those moments where you don't have a tribe, even in those moments where you feel so alone, that is okay, because you're gonna be learning lessons on your own that are vital to your survival. The same way that you know that you're bisexual and you feel so alone and you feel like there is nobody else who looks like you who is bisexual. It's just not true. people are not being honest, and the society doesn't make it so that it's okay for people and for men, black men, to be honest. And just keep learning, keep an open mind, and don't look down on anybody who decides to live differently from the way you live. That's pretty much it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later.